Hello, I'm Rachel Porter, the Digital Curriculum Integration Specialist for Southwest Parke Schools. I want to explain to you what we want the practice of digital curriculum to look like in our schools, as our one-to-one initiative allows more and more opportunity to learn through technology. It is important for you to understand that we are in no way saying that we will be operating a paperless school, getting rid of all of our books, or moving away from hands-on activities. All of these things are still important and will still be used. We are simply moving beyond textbooks to take advantage of the many technology tools that are available today and can make a big difference in how students learn. Our definition of digital curriculum is any form of technology that improves the learning process. The emphasis here is on the word improves. We don't want to just plug in a piece of technology. We want to look for ways in which it can increase student understanding and success. We'll never replace a good learning task with a lesser one just for the sake of using something digital. But let me show you a couple of quick examples of how it can make education better. Here we have a student practicing spelling words by writing them 3 times each. The teacher or parent has then shown him or her their mistakes and the correct spelling. This sort of study task may be effective for some students, and is certainly better than not studying the spelling words at all. But let's turn to a digital tool and see if we can find a way to make this better. This is Quizlet, a free online program that can revolutionize spelling study by adding audible and visual correction and focusing on the words that he or she needs to study the most.
Cough. Cough. C-O-U-G-H. Cough. Physical.
Most students will greatly benefit from this sort of differentiated practice.
Physical. P-H-Y-S.
Here's another example. Students learning about earthquakes in a science lesson. You probably remember doing some typical assignments like reading a section of a textbook and then completing the accompanying worksheet questions. How much more engaged would you have been as a student if you had read this instead? An article just published about a real earthquake that just happened and the problems that Japan is experiencing from the debris that was pulled into the ocean by the resulting tsunami. Students use an interactive map to see where it happened in the world in relation to the United States, and complete thought questions, surveys, math problems, and other activities connected to the topic. Then they can go to the U.S. Geological Survey website and find more information on that earthquake as well as others that have happened recently. They'll be shocked at the number of them, and the pattern of where they happened will be able to be researched, while those locations receive more earthquakes than other parts of the world. Then you can use an iPod app to explore how seismographs record the different directions of forces during an earthquake. I think you can see how much more interactive, engaging, and authentic this type of learning is. So our vision for Southwest Parke Schools is that over the next 2 years, all teachers of grades 2 through 12 will incorporate digital tools into every lesson that will improve the learning process, making students understand, comprehend, and more engaged. We also want to become non-reliant on printed textbooks that do not meet the needs of all students enough to justify their excessive cost. Here are a few things that I want to repeat and make sure that are clearly understood. This transition does not mean that we will be going paperless or bookless. We will still use these things when they are the best option, and sometimes they are. There will be no new course textbook purchasing, however, after the 2013-2014 school year, making funds available for better tools. These changes also do not mean that students will be on computers all day. This would not be good education. Our students still need to be engaged in hands-on activities, be out of their seats and active, and verbally dialoguing. Students will move on and off of their computers throughout the day. And finally, digital curriculum is not limited to the use of the internet. There are many great other digital tools such as iPod and iPad apps, digital lab equipment, and other things that are effective for the improvement of student learning, as well as the web-based resources. If you have questions about the practice of digital curriculum at Southwest Parke Schools, I'd love to talk to you. Please contact me. I'll also encourage you to visit www.mrsporter.com for more information about our journey beyond textbooks.